Here we can observe the drake in its natural habitat. Observe how the drake stalks its prey from above. The drake will often leave loot as bait. The drake is patient. The drake has made a kill. Often the drake finds a need to express itself. Often this leads to the drake's death. What's up guys, 83 here, bringing you 5 tips to help you get that win in Fortnite Battle Royale. Tip number 1, high ground. Always get the high ground wherever possible. There are a lot of advantages to getting the high ground. One of them is that if you're above someone, it's easier to get a headshot. Imagine if you're standing directly above someone and you shoot down, odds are you'll hit him in the head. Another advantage is that you can always back up. You'll still have a sight on him and he won't have a sight on you. You'll notice in this clip, I have the high ground, I'm above them. Each of those kills, I got a little bit of headshot damage. This next clip brings me to tip number 2, pressure. I see I've got some rockets, so I shoot them at the people I see. Pressure is all about, if you have the resources, you have the rockets, you have the grenades, whatever it is, use it to put the pressure on your enemies. If you're putting pressure on them, they can't put pressure on you. It's important to put pressure on people to lower down their structures. For one reason, this helps you get the height advantage. If you lower their structures, then you'll be higher than them, giving you that height advantage and those easier headshots. Another reason is if you put the pressure on people, there's a chance that they'll panic. You'll notice I ran out of rockets, so I start using my bullets. I keep hitting these walls until I get a few lucky shots in the interval in between when I destroy his wall and he adds a new one. That is all the advantages of putting pressure on people. An important note is that you're not just shooting for shooting's sake. The idea is to put pressure on their buildings. Make them feel like you're actually trying to hit them, which you should be. When you do this, hopefully they'll make a mistake, and then you'll get the easy kill. Tip number 1 is to get the high ground, and tip number 2 is to put pressure. My next tip might be the most important one. I maybe should have made it number 1, but anyways, here it is. Tip number 3, building. It's important to be able to build quickly and efficiently. I noticed this guy's got the high ground on me. I want the high ground. I'm not going to be able to build above him. He's got a sight on me, so I lower him instead. That is another way to get a height advantage. Tip number 4 is to be patient. I don't charge straight at him. I build a door and go out the back. And you'll notice here, I wait until my crosshair lines up, take a shot. Crosshair lines up, and then I shoot again. It's not about shooting more. You'll notice a lot of the people I go up against shoot more than me, but I try to make each shot count, and that's what helps you get the win. So tip number 1 is high ground. Tip 2 is pressure. You'll notice I see this guy build a fort, fire a rocket right inside, easy kill. Tip 2 is pressure. Tip 3 is building. That I can't stress enough the importance of being able to build. It's important to be able to build quickly. If you know how to edit, that's another advantage. It does take time and practice, and I really think it's worth putting in a few minutes, practice building in the beginning of the game when you have a bunch of resources and there's no one around. Throw up a 1 square fort as quickly as you can, and throw up a stairs in the middle. Now tip number 4 is to be patient. Wait till you have that perfect shot. I see that guy. I didn't take a shot, he built a fort right away. It wouldn't have really helped me so much, but I'm patient. I wait. I remember tip number 1, I gotta get the high ground on him. I'm building. I realize he's getting much faster than me. He's got an advantage. I think I'm building faster, but he had an advantage of time. So I'm gonna drop his building to give me the height advantage. I'm trying to make sure I get the height advantage while putting pressure on him at the same time. He's down. Now he's in the open, and I can get the kill. This guy was actually giving me a real hard time. Which brings me to tip number 5. Always reload your guns. You notice I have one shotgun clip here. Miss that shot, I reload and get him with the last one. Remember guys, tip number 1, high ground. Tip 2 is pressure. 3 is building. 4 is patience. 5 is reload. Have a great day.